Welcome to Knowledge Share channel. In this video, we will be discussing about energy meter. So, we have discussed in the previous video related with measurements based discussions. I hope nearly about 4 to 5 videos have been posted in past list. So, you can just go through those videos also in order to understand the principle and working of this energy meter. Yes, you all know energy meter is one of the most important component which is used to measure the energy, that is electrical energy. Okay, energy meter is used to measure electrical energy in terms of kilowatt hour. So, this energy meter is the energy meter which is being used in all our houses. Okay, so in front of every house we have an energy meter, and the EB man comes and takes the reading in this energy meter, by which he gives he calculates the what is the rate of the energy that we have consumed. So, in all the houses across the world, at the entrance or outside the house, we have an energy meter, or in some cases we will be having the inside. So, energy meter is used to measure what is the electrical energy that we have consumed for past 1 month. Okay, so this is that is the unit of energy, as you all know, it is nothing but kilowatt hour. What is it, kilowatt hour? For example, why it is in kilowatt hour? It's because how much kilowatt has been connected to how much hours. For example, if you are connecting 1 kilowatt for 1 hour, then that is called as 1 unit. Okay, 1 kilowatt when it is connected to 1 hour, that is called as 1 unit. If I connect 2 kilowatt for 1 hour, then that will be indicating as 2 units. If I connect 3 kilowatt for 1 hour, then that will be indicating as 3 units. You may ask me one question. What happens if I connect 2 kilowatt for half an hour? So, that also will be indicating as 1 unit, that is 2 into 0.5. Or 4 kilowatt if I connect it for 15 minutes. That also will be considered as 1 unit. Okay, so it's nothing but how much kilowatt is connected to how much duration. Okay, so if it's just a multiplication of both. Okay, so that's what is all about that kilowatt hour. So I hope you understood what is a unit. So unit is nothing but 1 unit is nothing but 1 kilowatt. If it is connected to 1 hour, it is called as 1 unit. Okay, so like that it goes on. And as you all know, what is energy? What is energy? So, energy is nothing but it is a total power consumed by any equipment for a specific period of time. Energy is nothing but a power consumed for a specific period of time. You know the difference between power and energy. So, what is power? Power is nothing but voltage into current. So, how much time? So, voltage into current into time is nothing but your energy. So, voltage into current is nothing but your power. Okay. So, power into time is nothing but your energy. So, power into time is your energy. Please understand. So, how much time this power has been given to a particular load is called as energy. So, from this we can understand what is an energy meter. Energy meter is nothing but a watt meter. Okay. You will be having a watt meter, and along with that you will be having a time duration measurement of this power. How much time duration this particular power has been connected. A time duration monitoring meter also will be along with the watt meter. So, an energy meter is nothing but a combination of watt meter, along with that a time duration of how much duration this particular power has been connected. That's what. Okay, it's a combination of watt meter along with that. So, that is called as energy meter. Okay. So, that's all about the introduction of this energy meter. So, what I am planning is see how I am going to discuss in this video is all about like something, what I am planning is that is here I am going to discuss about only induction type energy meter. So nowadays, Tamil Nadu government or all over across the world, some smart energy meters are there again. But this induction type energy meter is being used widely in many of the industries as well as many of the houses. So this is one of the most successful energy meter which consumes less power and which is also cost very less, okay, when compared to the other type of energy meters. So induction type energy meter is the most successful energy meter that is available in market. Actually, there are many types of energy meter, but this type of energy meter is used widely since it is very less costly as well as the accuracy is good. So in this video we will be discussing about what is the principle, okay, what is the principle behind the operation of this energy meter and what are the different parts, that is we will be discussing about the construction, okay. So we will be discussing about for example we will be discussing about the principle of operation of this energy meter, okay, and then we will be discussing about the construction also, okay. So here first, before going into the principle of operation, we just wanted to know what are the different things or what are the different parts that are available in an energy meter. So the different parts are like, anyway we will be going to the diagrams and other things later, okay. So what are the different things that are available, okay, like you will be having 3 different magnets are there, okay. It is having 3 different magnets and it is named as M1, M2 and M3. The first M1 magnet is called as a series magnet, M2 magnet is called as a shunt magnet, and M3 magnet is called as the braking magnet, okay. So anyway, while you discuss about the working, you will be understanding what each and every magnet is going to do. But normally if you just dismantle a energy meter, it will be having 3 magnets. One is the series magnet, the other one is the shunt magnet, the third one is the braking magnet. So these are named as M1, M2 and M3, okay. And it is having 2 different coils, okay. So the one coil is called as a current coil. So this current coil will be wounded over that is M1 or M2, okay. Similarly, it is having one pressure coil, okay, again it will be wounded over the M1 and M2, okay. So similarly, this, that is because of the interaction between this current coil and pressure coil, that is the coil which has been wounded over the magnets M1 and M2, because of the interaction of these 2 coils, a rotating magnetic field will be developed in between the magnets M1 and M2. A rotating magnet, something will be rotating, magnetic field will be rotating between M1 and M2. So if you place an aluminum disc in between, for example, if you place an aluminum disc, for example, a rotating magnetic field is there, and if you place a aluminum disc over there in that particular field, what it is going to do? That disc will be also rotating according to the magnetic field, okay. It is something like when you place an iron ball and if you just roll a magnet over it, that iron ball will be following that magnet. So similarly here also you will be having 2 different magnets. So the magnets will be excited such that both the magnets are interacting with each other, that is M1 and M2 will be interacting with each other, and it produces a rotating magnetic field between M1 and M2. And when an aluminum disc which is placed in between this M1 and M2, it will also start rotating, and this rotation is proportional to the energy consumed by any equipment. For example, if the consumption of energy is very high, then the speed of rotation will be very high. The energy consumption is very less by the equipment, then the speed of rotation will be less. So this is how it operates, okay. And by which you can calculate and you can calibrate what is the energy that is being consumed by that particular equipment or that particular house or whatever may be, okay. So the disc is rotating, okay. This is what the principle. So this is the entire principle. So construction. So construction wise, what I am it is divided into 4 different, okay. It is divided into 4 different systems. The construction, one is the driving system. Driving system is nothing but which is having the magnets M1, M2. Current coil I have mentioned as CC, current coil, and pressure coil. Pressure coil is nothing but the coil around the shunt magnet, that is PC, and it is producing the rotating magnetic field which I have indicated as RMF, okay. Then the second one is the construction is classified into driving system, moving system, braking system and resisting system. So, driving system consists of M1, M2, current coil, pressure coil and rotating magnetic field, whereas moving system, the other systems are immovable. The moving system consists of aluminum disc and it is moving because of the driving torque which is produced due to the interaction of M1 and M2, okay, because of the magnetic field interaction between the M1 and M2, okay. So, then you are having a braking system. Why we need this braking system? Because I want to control the speed of the aluminum disc. So, if I do not have this braking system, this aluminum disc will be rotating at a very high speed such that it may damage the entire equipment. The speed will be at very high enormous speed. So, in order to avoid that, we need a braking system such that the disc, aluminum disc is rotating at a slightly acceptable speed. Okay, it has to rotate. So, we should not apply the brake. It should be a slight brake. Some systems should be there such that it is not disturbing it and it is just going to slow down the rotation of aluminum disc. Okay. And finally, you have the registering system. The registering system is nothing but it is going to display how much kilowatt this particular equipment has been consumed, and also it will be having the gear mechanism. Okay, it will be having the gear mechanism. So, in order to rotate or in order to display different units, okay, that is it. So, these are the construction wise, the entire energy meter is classified into 4. So, one is the driving system, the other one is the moving system, then the braking system, then the registering system. Hope you are all clear, okay. So, now we will enter into the diagram, okay. So, this is the diagram. So, this is the diagram of the energy meter. So, hope you are clear with the diagram, you can see the diagram clearly, okay. So, in some of the books, this is the shortest diagram actually, so I will come to it later, okay. So, but anyway, this is the elaborate diagram, okay. So, in exams you can use this particular diagram, okay, in order to get marks and other things, but this will be the elaborate diagram, okay. So, here you can see that, so I will just mark it, okay. So, here you can see that it is having, from this you can see that, okay, how it works, this induction type is nothing but, as I have already told, a passage of current is passed to two different coils. One is the current coil, the other one is the pressure coil, okay, and these coil produce a rotating magnetic field which interacts with the aluminum disc, and because of which the disc starts rotating, okay. So, here you are having two different coils, okay, one is the current coil, the other one is the pressure coil, okay. So, here you are having two different coils, one is the current coil, the other one is the pressure coil. So, here you can see that, so this is the current coil, I will mark it in violet, and this is the pressure coil, this one, okay. So, you have two different coils, okay. The coil which is wounded over M1, so this is the magnet M1, okay, or I will just mark with brown, okay. So, this is the coil, this is the magnet M1 and this is the magnet M2, here you can see, and this is the braking magnet, okay. So, this braking magnet is nothing but which I have mentioned as M3. So, here you can see this is the aluminum disc, okay. So, I will just mark it here. So, this is the aluminum disc which is placed, you can see that I am just shading it in green color, okay. So, this is the aluminum disc which is placed between M1 and M2, okay. So, what now happens is, when you have an interaction between a magnetic field, when there is an magnetic field interaction between M1 and M2 such that the magnetic field of M2 is lagging behind the M1, okay. So, so what we have to do is, see, basically how it works is, whenever two different magnetic field are interacting with each other with a phase lag, okay. For example, if the magnetic field produced by M2 is lagging behind M1, then it has been observed that a rotating magnetic field will be created in between the magnets. So, this is how our fan is also operating. Hope you all know, if you are really very induction motor operation is also same, is it right? So, induction, that is why it is also called as induction type energy meter. Induction motor also operate in the same way, is it right? So, we have two different magnetic field and both the magnetic field are having some lagging effect, and because of which a rotating magnetic field is produced, and that rotating magnetic field makes that fan to rotate. So, similarly, instead of fan, here we are having a disc, this aluminum disc which is placed between, okay, this aluminum disc, this is the aluminum disc which is placed between M1 and M2, and this starts rotating because of the interaction between the magnetic field of M1 and M2. So, how it is done? Okay, how it is done? See, for example, the current coil will be carrying the line current and it develops a magnetic field in phase with the line current. Okay, so please understand it very clearly. Current coil carries the line current and develops the magnetic field in phase with the line current. Pressure coil will be having high inductance. Okay, it is designed to have high inductance such that the current through it will be lagging behind by 90 degree with respect to supply voltage. So, from this it is clear. Okay, so for example, the pressure coil will be having high inductance. This particular coil is having high inductance. This particular coil is having high L, and because of which what is happening? The current, that is the current will be lagging behind the voltage. So, since the current is lagging, the magnetic field also will be lagging in the pressure coil. So, whenever two magnetic fields interact with each other and it is having some lagging effect, you can observe that there is a rotating magnetic field which is produced between the two magnetic field, and because of which if I place a magnet in between the two magnets M1 and M2, it will start rotating. So, this is how it starts rotate. Okay, so you can understand that a current coil will be carrying the line current. Okay, so here you can you can see that the current coil, see how it has been connected. You can see that from the AC supply. So, this is the AC supply. Okay, from the AC supply you can see that it has been divided. So, this carries the, so it is connected. So, this pressure coil is connected across the supply voltage. So, this pressure coil is producing the magnetic field proportional to voltage, whereas the current coil produces the magnetic field proportional to load current. Okay, so the magnitude of the voltage is being measured by the pressure coil, the magnitude of the current is being measured by the current coil. Okay, because when the voltage is high, then the pressure coil current also will be high. When the load current is high, the current coil current also will be high. So, based on the two magnitudes, if the magnitude of both the coils are high, then the aluminum disc will be rotating at a very fast rate. If the magnitudes of both the coils are less, then the aluminum disc will be rotating at a very slow speed. Okay, so which means that it is consuming less energy. So, this is how it operates. Is it okay? So, here we have, hope you all know what is a pressure coil, what is a current coil, and how this rotating magnetic field has been developed, and everything we are clear. So, now as we have already discussed the construction wise driving system. Okay, what is driving system? A driving system. So, construction wise we have to classify into 4 different types: driving system, moving system, braking system, and registering system. Okay, driving system, moving system, braking system, and registering system, which we have discussed already. What is driving system? It consists of 2 electromagnets. Okay, so driving system is nothing but it is having 2 electromagnets, that is M1 and M2. M1 and M2 are the 2 electromagnets. Okay, and you will be observing that this core will be having a silicon steel lamination, because only by using the silicon steel lamination the eddy current losses will be reduced. So, that particular magnets will be made up of silicon steel laminations. Okay, so you can see that one electromagnet, that is the M1 magnet. Okay, so this is the M1 magnet, and this is the magnet which is called a series magnet. So, here it has been written as series magnet. Okay, so this series magnet is connected in series. So, here you can see that it is connected in series, is it right? So, this particular magnet you can see that it is connected in series with the load. So, here from the AC it is going, and from the load. So, here the load is there, and from load this particular. So, here this is connected in series. M1 is connected in series, M2 is connected in parallel. Is it right? So, that is why it is called as series magnet, and this is called as the shunt magnet. So, it has been designed such that this particular series magnet will be having less inductance, whereas this pressure coil will be having high inductance. Okay. So, here this is how it operates. So, whenever the second electromagnet is made such that, that is the pressure coil or shunt magnet is such that the phase, that is the magnetic field phase angle is lagging behind the series magnetic field. then a rotating magnetic field will be produced in between the magnets M1 and M2, and because of which aluminum disc which is placed in between M1 and M2 will produce a rotating effect, and the driving torque will be there in order to rotate that particular aluminum disc. So, there is a adjustable copper shading band. So, here you can see that copper shading bands is there. So, they have marked it as copper shading bands. So, this is there in all the energy meter. So, what is the use of this copper shading band? So, see, by adjusting this copper shading band, you can adjust the phase angle, that is the magnitude phase angle, magnetic field phase angle between M1 and M2. So, that should be around 90 degree. It should be 90 degree. Why it should be 90 degree? Only then the maximum torque will be produced. Okay. So, this copper shading is used to adjust. So, by adjusting this copper shading bands, you can adjust the lagging effect of pressure coil and the current coil, and because of which it can reach up to 90 degree. So, by having the lagging effect up to 90 degree, then you can see that the disc will be having a good torque to rotate. Okay. Hope you are all clear. Okay. So, that is the use of the copper shading coil. Then what is moving system? So, this is the moving system is nothing but the aluminum disc which has been placed. So, why this aluminum disc is rotating is because of the interaction of the series and shunt magnets, okay, and because of which a rotating magnetic field is produced, and a torque, that is a driving torque will be produced, which rotates that particular aluminum disc. Okay. So, then braking system. What is the use of this braking magnet? Why this braking magnet is used? See, suppose if this braking magnet, so here this is C type, you can see that, see the shunt magnet is of M type, okay, whereas your current magnet is of current magnet or series magnet is of something like U, is it right? It is something like U. You can see it is like U, whereas your shunt magnet is like M, whereas your brake magnet is as C. So, I can say that M1 will be M1 will be resuming the shape of what? U, okay, whereas M2 will be having the shape of what? M, okay, whereas M3, that is the brake magnet, will be having the shape of C. So, this three magnets plays a very vital role in the working of energy meter. Okay. So, what is the use of this braking magnet? It is used to make this aluminum disc to rotate quite slowly. If it is rotating very fast, then what is going to happen is this aluminum disc may be damaged at a very fast rate. Okay. So, by adjusting this braking magnet, I can bring the braking magnet to very closer to this aluminum disc, or I can move away from this aluminum disc. So, if I bring this braking magnet near to this aluminum disc, what happens is the braking effect will be there, and because of which the aluminum disc rotates very slowly. If I bring the braking magnet far away from this aluminum disc, then what is going to happen? This aluminum disc will rotate fast. So, I can adjust the braking magnet, or by in order to adjust the disc speed, aluminum disc speed. That is what this braking magnet is all about. So, the registering mechanism. What is the registering mechanism? Is nothing but it will be having some displays. So, how many revolutions will be made? Okay. So, that display number will be proportional to the number of revolutions made by this particular aluminum disc, and it will be having 10 equal divisions. Hope you would have seen all those things, and inside will be having some reduction gears will be there, because you will be having tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000 and something like that. So, reduction gears will be there in order to in order to display the quantities correctly without any error. Okay. So, this is how the construction is all about. So, the operation is something like the current carrying coil, that is the current coil will be current coil which is in the series magnet will be carrying the load current, okay, and it produces a magnetic field in phase with the load current, whereas the pressure coil carries the current which is proportional to source voltage, that is supply voltage, and it is such that it will be having, the pressure coil will be having high inductance, and because of which it will be that is the magnetic field in the pressure coil will be lagging 90 degree with respect to the supply voltage. So, the magnetic field due to current coil develops the eddy current in the aluminum disc which react with the pressure coil magnetic field. Thus, a rotating magnetic field is produced. So, a driving torque is produced. So, the torque makes to the disc to rotate in between the magnets M1 and M2. So, a spindle is attached to the recording mechanism as well as this aluminum disc which measures the electrical energy, and finally it will be measured in kilowatt hour as we have discussed earlier. So, the main advantage, so this is how it operates and these are all the overall working, okay. And this is the detailed diagram, and if you want to go with some small diagram, this is also there. So, here also you can see that M1 is there, M2 is there. I think the braking magnet is missing. So, spindle is there. So, again you can see that M1 is of U type, M2 is of M type. So, here you can see this is the aluminum disc is there, okay, like that it goes on. So, this is a smaller diagram and very easy version. So, you can see this is the line voltage. So, this particular M2 magnet is connected directly across the line, whereas this series magnet is carrying with respect to load. Okay, it is connected in series with the load in order to carry the load current. So, M1 carries the load current and M2 carries the current which is proportional to the supply voltage. So, voltage into current into how much time. Okay, so the time is being monitored by the aluminum disc. So, that revolutions calculate the time. Okay. So, this is how it works, and finally the display will be giving you the energy in terms of kilowatt hour. So, the main advantage, so it is very simple in operation, and the main advantage is it is very simple, okay, and it is also inexpensive when compared to other type of energy meters, and the main advantage is it is not affected by temperature. Okay, mostly it is not affected by temperature, so it can be used in even cool climates or hot climates. It can be used in Ooty, it can be used in Coimbatore, it can be used in Chennai or any hot places. So, it is not affected by temperature. So, this is one of the main advantage, because due to seasonal variations, if your meter is getting affected, then your readings will not be accurate. But this particular induction type energy meter is not affected by the temperature, which is the most important advantage. As well, it is very inexpensive, and also the operation is very simple, and it is also having it will also produce high torque. Okay, so that is the main thing. Okay, so coming to the end, okay, and really in this video I have given you some glimpse of about how this energy meter operates and what are the different principles behind it, the construction, and what are the different systems behind it, how the construction has been divided into 4 different parts. So, everything has been discussed, and the working has been discussed. Hope you're all clear, and if you really like this video, please give a thumbs up to this video, and as well you can comment, and as well you can share if somebody is in need of this particular video. So, also give a subscribe to this channel if you really like the content which I post in this channel. So, thank you very much.